Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Night Live. My name is Kelley Farley. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Parakeet, Auckland. And tonight we're going to make this little card here, which I thought was quite cute. So I need to see if I get a notification. No, not yet. I'm just trying to get up our... There we go. Put that on mute. Hi, Andrea. Okay, so this is our card for tonight. Looks it's quite. I thought it was quite a cool little card. You could make these into gift card pockets if you wanted to for a family, or you know. And then when you stand it up, it sits by itself, and it kind of sits in like a little fan. I don't know if I can. If you sit it this way, it kind of sits like that. So you get to see all the panels. Hi Lisa, hi Alison. Yeah, so it actually is quite a cool little card, I thought. You can actually, that probably could, and actually not that tricky. I saw it on Pinterest and it was a 5x7 card, and as most of you know, I like things to fit in standard envelopes so it's not too bulky and too cumbersome. And so yeah, so I reorganized the measurements once I figured out the pieces and what they all were. Then that was relatively easy to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with, I've got my piece of paper here with all my measurements on it for us, and I've got, this is how I started it. These are the 4 panels, or 3 of the panels. So the first one is 6 1/4 wide. All right. Did I do that? Oh, no, I made it 6 wide. Did I? Yeah, 6 inches wide. It was going to be 5 3/4. So it's 6 inches wide, 5 3/4 tall. Hi, Sue. And that is a standard, if you were to do that, that is, that size there is your standard card size. So basically, we've just added on 1 1/4, I think it is, for our little flat piece here. So once you pop your paper in, you get your, you're going to score at 1/4 inch, and then you're going to cut from across there, but I'll show you how to do that. So this one is 5 3/4. Our second layer is 4 3/4, so it's coming down 1 inch. Now you can make these as tall, or you know, you could make them less and have more layers if you wanted to. And then I went down to 3 3/4, and then the front panel, pretty sure is 2 3/4. Maybe. What's that one? 2 1/4 is this one. So not quite. So it's a little bit more. It came down about 1.5 inches. All right, so I've got my card, and then we've got DSP. And when you're sorting the DSP, you want it to fit just on that piece there, not the flap piece. All right. So I'm using the, oh, I can't even remember what it's called now. It's the butterfly one. Because I've got a heap of it, a bit like the tea bouquet. I had a heap of that. So let's get started. I'll just get my trimmer out. Sorry, I was just working. I was a bit late starting because I was working out. Oh, I'm printing some certificates for school. Okay, so this one here, we're going to come up to 1/4 inch, which you can see I've actually already scored, but we'll do it together, and let's hope I don't bring over my cutting blade. So we're going to score at 1/4, all right, and then we're going to bring it up to, no. So if you want to do it this way, you can. So score at 1/4, and then score again at 1 3/4, all right. So you want this flap on the left hand side, so you need to do that with the 3 larger pieces. So you've got score, and I think actually I might have used a piece of A4 and just scored, because it's a bit easier to hold on to. Because you're doing it the same width all the way along, you could have a piece of, this is bent in my basket, you could have a piece of A4 and score at your quarter inch and then 1 3/4, and then cut it into the lengths that you need. So you'd get 2, and then you'd have a piece of extra which is not quite wide enough to do that one. Maybe it is. I'm just trying to find it, make sure that it's saving. I don't think it is. No, it's not quite. It's a bit longer. So it technically uses 2 pieces of cardstock, but okay. So starting with our largest piece, what we're going to do is, and I'll pop this up so you can see that. I don't know if you want to take a screenshot of it, or when you're watching a bit later you can pause it at that point, so I'll leave it up a little bit longer. So our back layer, we're going to do the same thing, and it's the same measurement on each 3 pieces, and our front piece we're just keeping flat. So up to you whether you want to use your trimmer or your scissors, but remembering that we're going to have our flap. You could have your flap going this way, but it might not sit very well. So you're going to have your flap this way. So you want your flap on the left hand side of your card so that it's like a normal card fold. I'm just going to open it up a little bit so that we can see, and we're going to score at, no, we're going to cut at 1.5 centimeters, so which is basically the top of the trimmer. Alright, so if you were to line it up with this piece here, that is 1.5. You can just really faintly see the line. So we're just going to pop that in and line it up. I'm going to put that down so that I can, and then we're just going to pop a little line in the trimmer, and we're only going to that first score line. Alright, and then we'll do the same here. Put my piece in the right way. Now the reason that I'm putting the trimmer arm down is just because it's kind of curled a bit in my basket, and so it's really organized. And hi Mary, I was really organized and did this about 3 weeks ago, so in the holidays, or 2 weeks ago. Okay, so we've got those 3. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to snip here. Now what we need to do is go from here up to this corner here. So from the left snip right up to the top corner. So if you feel more comfortable doing that with a pair of snips, then that is totally okay. We need this little piece here, so we don't want to cut that off. Alright, so I'm going to actually fold that under, and I'm going to pop my burnish it so that it's really easy to see. So I'm putting the cut there, and then we're going to pop our fold there, hold that down, and this is where we're going to cut it off. Alright, so you end up with a piece that looks like that. If you are more comfortable cutting it with your scissors, cut it with your scissors. I just wanted to show you that you can actually, and I'm not so great with the straight lines, and because you see it, I prefer. If you've got longer bladed scissors, then that would probably be more helpful. Which I don't have any in here. Oh, actually I do, but I only use my trimmer. So fold that over again, and pop the corner in where we've cut, and it's a little bit tricky with that bit folded back, but I don't want to cut. If I was to do that, I would cut a corner off there, and we want that to stay straight across, because it gives us, it just helps to give it a, I mean, that's all that's keeping the card attached, so we want to keep it as stable as possible for as long as we can. Alright, so there and there. That cut. Alright, so you should have your 3 little triangle pieces like that you have now cut off. And that is the end of that. So what we're going to do is decorate our insides. Now I'm pretty sure I was going to go for that, and then that, and then this. And then this one here has this one on the front. So let me just, I want to just see what that looks like, because some of it's quite busy and it does not do good things to my brain if it's too busy. So what you would see is this. I think I'll go back to that. Just kind of balances that bit there. Oh, that's not very well measured, Kelley. I need to come down and do a bit more off that one, because I've cut my other piece too long, too narrow. This one. So when I popped my front panel on, I could see, because they're all lining up at the bottom, I could see that that's actually going to be too tall there. So I'm just going to, what is it called? Card surgery. Just going to put that in. And that blade made a mess of my card, so just as well I'm cutting it off. I'm going to try with my trimmer, but it could be a disaster. No, there we go. So something like that is probably best to be done with my, put the paper on the right way, Cal. So I was very excited to get home on Friday night and discover that my pre-order had arrived. So maybe on Wednesday, I can't remember if I've got a card set up to go on Wednesday or not. Let me check. Oh, I do. I will push that to Sunday. Who would like to see some new product on Wednesday, or would you like to see it on Sunday? Seeing as you lovelies are here, you get to choose. New product share, I don't have a lot, but I have got the new colours. So I could do a product show and tell on Wednesday night, or I can do it on Sunday night. If no one's fussed, I'll keep it to Sunday, next Sunday, and if anyone's itching to get to it, I'll do it on Wednesday. New catalogue goes live Tuesday morning. Hi Sandra. New catalogue goes live Tuesday morning. So exciting. So then you can see it online. That's too much, isn't it? Either or. Thanks, Alison. Yeah, so new catalogue goes live, and in my pre-order were my catalogues, thank goodness. I was getting a little bit stressed that they weren't going to be here in time. So I know that there are a few people that have asked for a copy, so I'll organise getting one to you after Tuesday, or maybe on Tuesday. Tuesday morning. Yes, so that's very exciting. Yeah, either or. Cool. I will leave it as Sunday then, because I've already got my thing scheduled to go on Tuesday afternoon. So I will schedule. Alright, I'm just going to use some tear and tape, and you just want to make sure that you stay within that. You can use Tombow if you're a Tombow person, or if you're a tape roller, what is that called now? Seal or Seal Plus, you can use that. Just for speed, I'm gonna I've left my take your pick tool in the lounge because I was labeling my new ink pads. So in case you've missed any of my social media posts or any of Stampin' Up social media or notifications and stuff, we've had a new colour, we've had a core colour update. So we lost 11 colours, and there are 10 new colours, because Fresh Freesia, which is one of our current in colours that finishes on Monday, is now a permanent permanently added to the collection, which is really nice. Okay, I find my trimmer is one of the easiest ways to line this card up. If you have a Stamparatus, which is also retiring, you can use that as well. It will have, you just need something that's got a nice strong corner to set it in so that you can line up your pieces. So let's hope that my scissors will do the job. They will. Rubbish bin. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this right down in the bottom corner. Let me push this up so you can see it. I didn't actually burnish these with my bone folder, which was a bit of a mistake. Let me do that now. So you want to burnish all of the folds, including this one, and you want that one folded in because it's going to help it stand up. So you want that folded in, and if you fold it in after you've done your you want to open while you're putting it together. Right, so I'm going to take our piece here, and we're going to then just slot our, remember not to push down too hard, so we're just going to push both top side and bottom into the corner, and then we're just going to use our bone folder and make sure that that's connected to the adhesive behind. Alright, and then you have it like that. So when you open it, because we've burnished it, it'll move forward. Alright, so then we're going to put this one in here, take off our, oh, it didn't work as easy. Take that off, and then we're going to pop our front piece on, and it is a bit like a concertina, so by the time you get to this point, it's quite thick in the spine part. So just hold it tight in place while you're popping it in. Alright, our trimmer's got a nice deep edge, which means like it's only flush with it now. So there's our third one, and so that would sit like that. Okay, and then our final piece is just on here. Now I've set mine up so that it goes out the same as the other three, but you could, it doesn't really sit properly, but if this annoys you, this flappiness, then you could just have it so that it opens out like that, so you could stick some adhesive down there. I'm going to leave it as just this one piece, but if it is something that annoys you, now like I said, I adjusted these measurements from a 5x7 card, so you can adjust the measurements yourself to fit whatever size you want. You just have to make sure that if you work out this bit here, and then you need an extra 2 inches over the other side, basically. So this is now 4 inches, which is like slightly narrower than what we normally have it, but by the time you've got this bulk, it's not actually going to be that noticeable. If you wanted to organize, which I didn't have organized, but what you could do before you put it together is these panels here, you could do some tone on tone stamping, so that when it's closed up, it's not just plain. You could have some kind of pattern on there, or you could put some DSP. You could also put some DSP on the back panels if you decided that you didn't like them looking like that. You could also pop in, I haven't cut this for that, but you could pop your coloured designer series paper on there. What I have got is this piece here is going to go, here is the piece that is written on for the message. Alright, so you end up with this. So I've done the same with this one and stamped in there. I didn't put any stamps in my box, so I'm going to just leave it empty. But what I have got also, oh, you're also very quiet tonight. What I have got here also is some of the larger butterflies. So let me glue this on. If you really love your designer series paper and you don't want to cover it up, then pop this on the back. It's no big deal at all. And I might just pop a little one. Let me pop one. I love dimensionals, as you probably know, but for this, because it's already quite a bulky kind of looking card, I'm actually not going to put any dimensionals in there. But then we can pop some of these you could decorate it with each layer having a different butterfly, having a different piece, and that also then hides your let's put them there. So actually just need it along there. So I'm going to pop that up here like that, and then the next one I'm going to pop so that it sits over there, so again just the bottom. So also when it's open they kind of flutter around, maybe on an angle like that. And then this one I need to put a little bit lower, like so. And then maybe I'll just contradict what I've just said, and on the front I'll pop these ones up, so it's kind of like flying up to it. Okay, and that is our card. Now I've just realised that it's Sunday and I haven't done my winning wheel, so I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to very quickly do that, and I'm pretty sure I can remember who they are. So what I'll do is I'll pop that there, I'll pop that there. Another opportunity to have a look at the card and the template. Okay, so, oh my gosh, did I not put a post up? I did. Andrea did one for Wednesday, and so Andrea, oops, bleh. Oh, why did there? Cut, paste, and then after that one, what's the pop-up one? So Andrea, Sue, Sandra, Karen. Okay, Andrea. Sue. Sandra and Karen. And Andrea again. I think that is it. Please, ladies, let me know if I have missed you. So I've got Karen, Sandra, Sue, Andrea. That's the twist and pop. And then for the embossing one, I've just got Andrea. So Andrea, Sandra, Sue, Karen, Andrea. Okay. Alright, here we go. Sorry about the wait, ladies. 2 minutes to go. So Andrea, you and Karen were winners from last week that I still have to organise prizes for. Maybe sending out double the lot today. Alright, good luck, ladies. Thank you very much for participating and sharing your crafting. It was much appreciated and they were beautiful as usual. So congratulations. I need to write this down because otherwise I'm going to forget. Alright, so I've already got Andrea, oops, and Karen, and then I've got Sue. Congratulations, Sue. And our second winner for the night is, ooh, that's spinning fast, Andrea or Andrea. Purple Andrea. So Andrea times 2. Congratulations, ladies. I will get them sorted and out hopefully on Tuesday for you. Alright. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Whoops, that was a bit wobbly. Sorry about the seasickness. Hopefully you have a go at making that card and have taken a screenshot of the picture with the measurements on the back so that you can work out. But basically you want your card base, the bottom piece, this bit, plus 2 inches on the left hand side. Alright, and then depending how deep you want your steps as to what size the other ones are. Alright, I'm going to go and have my dinner. Oh, thanks. I just washed it and straightened it. I washed it this morning and straightened it just before dinner. Thank you, Andrea. It's getting quite long and I'm now thinking, am I going to keep going with the length or am I going to go and get it cut off? Yeah. All right, lovelies. Lisa and Alison, I will try and have your catalogues to you on Tuesday for you so that you've got them to have a look at. All right. Bye for now. Have a great week. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.